Hello and welcome to Ticket to Life. This is Henry. And yes, it sounds like I'm losing my voice. I'm sure many people would like for me to lose my voice, but obviously you don't want me to do that. But anyway, this is Ticket to Life. Welcome to all my new listeners. Thank you for all the people listening and I'm going to say hello to people in Melissa, Texas, because we have some listeners there. We have lots of listeners in the Dallas Fort Worth area and a place called Forney, uh, Texas. So there's just a list of Texans that listen to me, and I thank all of my fellow Texans. And obviously, if you are new to Ticket to Life, I'm from Texas, and I Ticket to Life is all about life. I talk about anything and everything, and sometimes probably things you don't want to hear. I am pretty honest about my opinion, and that's just it. These are all my opinions and my thoughts. If I do any research, which I usually do, it is on my friend Google It. I like to Google it. Um, I use Google a lot, so Google is my friend. But anyway, I just again want to thank everyone for listening. And today we are going to talk about purpose. Why are we here? What make do you have you ever thought, why am I here? And I don't mean in your marriage or in your relationship at work or even at church. You wonder, why am I here? Because, a lot of people go to church just to say, oh, I went to church. Yes, I go to church every Sunday. I know I have probably been guilty of saying that. But yeah, it's no one's business. A lot of people just don't care. They don't care if you go to church or if you don't. They just want you to be a good, kind person, as we should be. So, again, I haven't said this yet, but my disclaimer is that I am Henry. I am not a therapist. I am not a doctor. I am not a love guru, and I definitely am not a life coach. So these are, again, all my opinions, and this is my thoughts, and I'm sticking to them because that's who I am, and this is what I do. So anyway, I'll start my fourth year at the end of March, which is kind of crazy how time flies when you're having a good time, right? The other things, you can listen to Ticket to Life on all podcast platforms, or most of them, I would assume the major ones. But um, also, I am on the radio in Metro Atlanta on WDJY 99.1 FM at 7 a.m. Eastern every Thursday. So if you miss a podcast or you're trying to work, oh, in Atlanta. I have got Atlanta listeners. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate all of you, and appreciate your support, and I appreciate WDJY just for supporting me and thinking, hey, let's put her on the radio. But anyway, today we're going to talk about purpose and why we are here. Do we know why we're here? I mean, I don't. I mean, I have been in certain situations in my life, which I'm sure all of you have been, and you're sitting there going, why am I here? What am I doing with this person? Uh, so I like to think that we all do have a purpose in life. And when we are down on our luck, things just are not going our way, can be very hard. That is a hard time. But with the faith of God, again, you get through anything. You can't see him, but can you see air that you breathe? No. Can't see Santa. You believe in Santa? Believing in God can get you literally through anything. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but I can. No, we're not supposed to swear, but I can swear by it. If you believe in God, your religious beliefs, whatever they are, can literally get you through things. I like to say he's a therapist available 24/7, and he will just listen. And some of us just need to be heard. Some of us need to be heard in other ways, such as protest or political views, but you yourself, things you're going through, just know that you are not ever, ever alone. There is someone somewhere in this universe going through the exact same thing. So, excuse me about that sniffle. The purpose I feel as though I'm here, I'm not sure because I don't think any of us really know why we're here. Is to do good with people, to be good with people, to be. My big thing is being kind. Have I always been kind? No. Am I always kind? No. But if we can backtrack and think about things we've done in the past, we can't live on that. We just cannot live in the past. We always have to live in the now. I'm sure we have all done at one time or another something that we regret. But some people hold on to that regret, and it's not a good thing for you. I'm not saying you're going to forget what you did. I'm not going to say that it's not going to pop into your brain because it will. But you need to know that you got to live in the now. You've got to live in the now. You can't worry about something that happened 20 years ago or even longer. Something that happened yesterday. Guess what? No redos, no retakes. Just don't do it again. We have to learn from our mistakes. And seriously, we have to get a lesson out of something that's gone wrong in our life. So have you ever been surrounded by a lot of people and they cannot stop talking about themselves? And you find out more than what you wanted to find out? I think some people that makes them comfortable. Or because a lot of people don't have things in common, believe it or not. When you're in a new group and you don't know the common thing that you may have other than why you're all there. You may know the person who's hosting the party or the hosting the meeting. Notice I said party before meeting. But these are things that we have got to learn. If someone needs to talk about themselves to make them feel good, well, I guess that's their purpose. I find people very intriguing. People are very interesting. We're all different. I like to say we all have stories. You have a story. And if you would ever like to share your story on Ticket to Life, please feel free to send me a story. Your name will be anonymous. I had someone ask me to do a certain podcast, so I did it. I didn't give their name. I didn't know their name. You don't even have to give me your name. But uh, if you would like to think, I wonder if this has ever happened to someone, something I'm going through, share it. Share it with me, and I will share it on the air. I will share it, and you're going to find out that someone probably has. The thing is, again, with people, you have to surround yourself with good people. And sometimes that's hard because some people are just born around bad people. And that sounds horrible, but there are just, I mean, if you've never read the Bible, Lordy, there's a lot of bad people in the Bible. Not just Satan. He's the main contributor, but no, there's some really bad. Nebuchadnezzar, oh, not a good guy. But surround yourself with good people, people who are positive, people who are kind, because those people will help you. I think they'll help you um, understand and feel that kindness, and it's so good. And there's people who just have you ever met someone who is just so nice? They're just so kind, and you're like, wonder why they're so nice. Why they must have an ulterior motive, or wonder if they did something wrong. They're trying to make up for it. I have met some people that are just like overly kind, and I do question it. Like, but guess what? I'm wrong. They're just nice people. Some parents just do an amazing job, and as this grows from being a child to adolescence to an adult and carries on, and hopefully carries on with their family. Some people find it hard to be kind. Some people just hate people. I know people who just do not like people. But guess what? They're surrounded by them all the time. You have no choice but to like people because it's better for you. It's mentally, it is better for you. Just find something you like. I don't care if it's just their eyeballs. Like something about that person because deep inside, we all do have something good. We have something good. So sometimes it's really good to even track your thoughts. Because if you start tracking your thoughts, you may see, oh, I do have a purpose in life. I am here for a reason. And I think a lot of people forget why they're here. I mean, God put you here for a reason. And yeah, there's some really bad people that were put here on earth too. But were they always like that? I don't know. But you are here for a reason. And there needs to be more people who have a driving force of being kind, being donating their time or their money or their talent, be using positive feedback. It helps everyone. Now, a lot of people are not happy with who's in the White House. I mean, you know what? Accept it. Let's move on. Let's go. Some people dwell on so much that literally is out of our control. Now, for the new listeners, I will tell you, I am not a worrier. I mean, yes, sometimes I may be concerned. What's the difference between being concerned and worrying? Well, I will tell you. Well, people who worry, and I know I've worried in my life, but I don't really worry anymore. But people who worry usually feel as though there are no answers. They start to get anxious and a little panicky. Not all people, just some. Um, like they worry if, let's say, their child is out, because yeah, that's something to worry about. That's common sense. Because I used to worry when my kids were out and about and like, oh, when they're coming home, hope they're going to be okay. But now, as I've gotten older, I like to say we get better as we get older. At least we should. But now I feel as though now I've become more concerned, and by concern, I feel like I don't start thinking that, oh, what if something happened to them? Oh, what if they need me and they can't contact me? That is what, in my opinion, worry is, where you start thinking, what if, what if, what if? Opposed to concern, there's so many possible things could happen. So if I let my mind go there, then yeah, I will worry. Am I worried about certain things? Not really, but because guess what? I have learned they're out of my control, literally out of my control. So, maybe that's my purpose in life is to have this podcast and help you realize things in life are literally, well, most things are out of your control. Um, when it's something major and worry is so bad for us when we worry. I mean, I have or had an aunt, actually, I don't know if she's still alive or not. Um, but no, well, we won't go into my family history, but she would just worry when people would come over and she would be busy, busy, busy. All of a sudden, she's clicking the kitchen. What can I do? What can I do? And you're wringing her little hands and stuff. And I just remember I was a small child and I thought, what is going on here? Because you would see something is going on. And it was just, we didn't go to start like a party or anything, invite unwanted people. We would just go to visit, and you could see the anxiety and the worry of, I guess, trying to make everyone happy. But you know what? You are not going to make everyone happy in life, and you need to know that is not your purpose in life. Some people naturally can do that. They can come into your life, and you just feel good all the time they're there, and you may be that person. I myself don't think I am. People are probably just scared of what I might have to say. But again, um, it is we all have a purpose. And I believe that our purpose here is, I mean, think about it. God made us. I put something on Instagram a few weeks ago, and it says, how cool is it that the same God that created oceans, mountains, and galaxies looked at you and thought the world needed one of you too? Now, I didn't make that up. I follow this natural life, and it says the chirp. I'm not even sure what it is. And they always have these great sayings, but it's true. You were made to do something here on this planet, be it help people, start a family, raise good human beings, good, kind human beings. We all have a purpose, and we do need to know that we are all worth something. We are all worth of being loved. We have strengths, we have talents. Some of us will leave a legacy. And you're like, oh, there's no way. Yes. Some people think that when we die, we will be forgotten. And perhaps we will be. I don't know. But think about it. Why not make an impact while you're on earth? Why not be that passionate person that loves people, loves doing what you do? And I think everyone needs to love their job, as hard as that is, but we all need to work. But some people just do it and they hate it and they're miserable. I'm not saying go and quit. Please don't do that. Oh, well, Henry said I should quit my job because I don't love it. No, 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 no. I think it's just so important that you love what you do. And if you don't, plan ahead. I'm always thinking, plan ahead. What do you want that you would be so passionate about and enjoy doing? Because if you put it off when you're planning, you're going to later on wonder, what if I would have done this? We are so important, and I don't believe people tell us enough. I think you are important, or my listeners. You are important to me. I don't know you. I don't know what you're going through, but I know some of you are going through some stuff right now. And maybe you are a worrier. Maybe you're just the type of person that knows it's out of your control. But until we can realize that, we have to try to live the best life we can possibly do and be good. I know I'm always talking about being kind and being positive, and I sound like Pollyanna. And if you don't know who Pollyanna is, there's a podcast on Pollyanna and faith also. But Pollyanna, she always found the positive. She always found, and unfortunately, okay, I'm going to use a horrible example. And that is someone who you dearly love, care for, passes away. Now, how can we possibly find any kind of positive in that? Because they're out of our life. But when we learn to focus on the memories they left with us, that will get you through celebrating their life, their accomplishments. Now, some of us don't have faith in your life, and that's your business, and that's fine. But just to know that that person that we love so dearly, like both my parents are gone. I was a teen when my dad passed away, and then I was 30 when my mom passed away. Yes, it's sad. It's so sad that they're not here with me anymore, that they didn't get to spend time with their grandkids. I feel like they missed out, but I'm the one who missed out. I'm the one, not them. And when we can remember that, I just don't know. I think what gets us through as there were 4 kids. I have 2 sisters and my brother. And I think what gets us through so much is the great memories. And some people don't have those good memories with their family. And I'm so sorry, but not everything's was perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. And we just remember the good times. I know we had bad times. I know. It's just that when you can't let go of those bad times, then it's going to make your life honestly pretty miserable. But honestly, if you have God in your life, you can see through so much. And for all of you who have lost a loved one and wondering where's the positive in it, there is positive, because they are literally, and I hate to use this term, in a better place. Because of those who are ill or sudden deaths or whatever, however they may have passed, they literally are not on earth anymore, and we're left behind. And I really believe we are left behind. And it is hard sometimes I'm sure for a lot of people, for certain holidays or such, to not have their loved ones Easter is very important to me because, of course, the resurrection. But my mom made Easter and Christmas. Well, she made all the holidays. Great benefits. Never forgot our birthdays. But anyway, she made Easter such a wonderful, lasting memory, and that's when I miss her most. Is at Easter. Um, but some of us I know do not. Again, I'm talking about memories. Don't have good memories with their family. And if you don't, I'm sorry that happened to you. But there's a but there. You can make good memories with your family, with your children, with your spouse, with your friends. It's never too late to start making memories. Memories can get us through so much. It can get us through holidays. It can get us through some crazy times. My sister and I were talking the other day, just cracking up about memories, just different things that have happened in our past as a family. So don't ever think, oh, I have no good memories. Make them. We make our own memories. And maybe that's the whole purpose of you, what you need to do. You need to turn that little dial to happy, happy memories. And I know that probably sounds kind of funny, but it is. Memories are so important to our kids. And trust me, your kids will remember. If you're a workaholic and you don't have that connection with your kids, they will remember that as they get older. But make time for your family, make those special memories. Maybe that's your purpose of being a good parent or being a good provider for your family. I don't know, but we all do have the ability to make good memories with those we care for. So, can we change and think of those positive things? Yes, we can change. I have a couple friends who stopped drinking and they've been sober for years and years and years. They changed, and that's hard. That's an addiction. Now, if we can all cut the addictions of our cell phones, that would be even better. And yes, there is an addiction of cell phones. We cannot live without those stinking cell phones, including myself. I've gotten better, and I've said this in the past. If I leave it at home and I'm with my husband, I'm just happy that one of us has one. So, what is our purpose? We have no idea. We can make our own purpose because I don't think we actually know what our purpose is. But, like my friends, they are making good memories. They made good choices. Um, and chose to stop drinking and change their lives. So to change, yes, we can change, and they did. And they have families, and their kids are like the best. They're teaching them good values. We just get lost in life sometimes, and I think sometimes when we do get lost, we do forget our purpose of why we're here. Again, like we don't know what the purpose is, but we forget what what we can do that is positive, what we can do to help each other and help people out. Um, it is it's very hard for some people to actually open up what is going on in their life. And of course, it's no one's business again. But if you know that you are lost in life, I can honestly say just turn to God. Just again, He is there 24/7. Go by yourself and don't rock in the corner of a dark room because people lock you up for doing that. But find a quiet place where it's just you and play some relaxing music and just talk. Just talk about anything and everything. Something you cannot and don't want to share with someone. You will find some peace just literally opening up and probably realizing what's going on and how you can change things. But you've got to be able to learn that if you have faith, you will survive anything. And I do mean anything. And that's a good thing. I do have an interesting thing I just found out. It has nothing to do with it, I guess, but maybe it does. About the Kardashians. I'm not a follower of them. I don't know a lot about them. All this time, I thought the Kardashians were became famous because of their dad, Robert Kardashian. He was the attorney that cleared the murder. Excuse me, he was not guilty. O.J. Simpson for killing his wife, Nicole Simpson Brown, I believe that was her name. But I thought that's why they were so popular. Excuse me. I thought that was it, but I found out it was because one of the daughters, I think it was Kim Kardashian, her boyfriend made a film of them having sex. And I didn't realize this. And then it said after that, they were offered a TV show. And then after that, there were some other shows that came their way. And I thought, geez, this is what made them popular. I mean, I feel sorry for her because her boyfriend, I guess, released the film. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it. But isn't that amazing? Some people admire them, and I mean, I don't know them. I don't know enough about them, but they admire them. But it wasn't because they did something good. It was something personal that got out. And because of that, they got their fame and fortune. All this time, I thought it was because of the father. Oh, that was misleading. Well, where I'm getting at, I hope that they do well. They are happy with their life. I mean, obviously, but it's kind of funny that you think, wait, they are so amazing and they could be doing so much good. And maybe they are. I don't know enough again about them, but they could be doing so much more with their life and blessing people. As I was recording, I went to look that up. They have helped people. They have helped feed many and helped with homeless shelters and nonprofits. So that's awesome. They are using their good. But see, unfortunately, people don't see that part of them. They just see the glamour. They don't see, the, I guess, I guess that kind of thing sells. I don't know. I don't know enough about that kind of stuff. Anyway, I just want you to know that I, I believe that you are worth being loved, being cared for, and God loves you more than you will ever know. More than you ever know. I appreciate you and I think you're worth everything. So continue to be kind, be good. And if this sounds, I don't have a script on this one, I'm just free falling with this. So I just thought it would be a good podcast to talk about how your purpose in life is probably something you weren't even sure of, but you are important. And that is the most important thing you need to remember. I need you. Your family needs you. Your friends need you. And I'm sure a lot of people at work need you. But be happy in whatever you do. So this is Henry. Thank you so much for listening to Ticket to Live. And until next week, I will be praying for you. And I cannot wait to see you next week. Go find your blessings.